You ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
Okie doke. All right. Listeners and friends, welcome to a very special recording. My name is Jean, and I will be in conversation with
Edem
Edem.
Jimbo.
Oh, what did you just say?
Edem.
What is
Edem.
what the hell is that now?
People always say, is it Edem or Edem?
It's Edem,
Okay.
aka Jimbolism. Founder of My Tombos, formidable producer at Afrima.
Oh,
Do you know what formidable means?
that's a big word. What's that?
Check your dictionary.
Okay.
Manager to Eddie Kenzo Uganda.
Eddie, Young Mandela. Shout out Eddie Kenzo.
Creative director at Access. Discoverer of artists. Am I
Oh,
right?
That's a lot of things.
Am I right?
That's a lot.
We're not even done. First of his name, one of a kind, multi-hyphenate at large.
Oh, we.
This is good.
I feel special.
This is good. Are you
Yes,
gassed?
I feel special.
gassed?
Now my head is exploded.
Love it, love it. One last title, artist.
Okay, that's the best one.
Yeah,
Sums up everything.
yeah.
Everything you described before was to do with art.
Brings it all
Just
together.
add an IST at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, it's been a long journey. I've known you for a long time.
You have? So it has been a while.
And you have been an artist as long as I've known you.
Before MySpace.
Before MySpace. Before MySpace.
Before the internet.
Before the internet.
Damn, that's a long time.
You have been an artist for a long time.
Yes, I have.
Tell us a little bit about the journey, the beginnings of that journey.
Well, like you said, I've been doing art for an extremely long time. And I'll actually go back to the very beginning. The guy who inspired me to start doing art is a guy called Tony.
Tony.
That was in Homa Bay in Kenya. And he had drawn this bus that used to pass in front of our house. And that bus looked so good. And I tried to copy that drawing so that it could look like his. And it quite never looked as good.
Yeah.
So I kept trying it and trying and trying and trying again. And then I didn't like it. But one day I was in school and somebody saw it. And they were like, whoa, who did that drawing? And I'm like, I did. And they said, that is so good.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, no, I'm not bad at this. I'm not bad. So that gave me a lot of confidence to believe in myself. But to this day, whatever I do, I always feel it's not good enough yet. So that not good enough thing started way back then, and it's still there. Even though I can do good work, I'll still always challenge myself to do better.
To do better.
So funny thing is, Tony, I think it was 2 years ago on Facebook, he found me.
Wow.
So Tony, I'm gonna send you this clip. I'm here today because of that damn bus you drew.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
That's
You never know. You
amazing.
never know who inspires you.
Yeah.
You never know who you're going to inspire. Because there's a guy in, I'm gonna say his name, in Botswana, Kwesi. He messaged me early, I think last year, and said, "You're the guy that inspired me to do art."
Wow.
This is 16 years later. He's like, I wanted to do art like you. I wanted to play basketball like you. I didn't even know.
Look what Tony started.
Crazy. He started a snowball.
Yeah. Yeah. And get this ripple effect.
Yeah, so with that, I've always been doing art. I remember when I was young, and to make my notes interesting in school, I used to draw alongside my notes so I could go back and read, because nobody likes reading, especially kids, right? And in my CRE book, that's Christian Religious Education, for those of you who don't know, that's what we called it in Kenya. I used to draw Jesus, right? In my
Black Jesus
in
or
my
white
notes.
Jesus?
He was white at the time. That's all I knew. But here's the thing, though. I used to like, obviously, superheroes and Incredible Hulk. So my Jesus was buff. So I remember taking my mom going through my books one time. I'm like, Jesus ain't that buff. There's this one picture of Jesus was getting baptized by John, and they were all buff.
You need to find that. It's a great
That's the one
image.
regret I have in life.
Is not keeping
I
it.
never kept my drawings when I was young. I started keeping them a little later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it went from Tony Bus to Buff Jesus to graphic design in Iowa to creative director at Access to Tombo. That's part of the journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like a straight line, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't that
We
straight.
don't all like this.
As a child of African parents who's also artistically inclined, then it's not always received well.
No.
Yeah.
And that's the foundation of Tombo.
Yeah.
If anyone has ever told you no, that's because they can't see where you're going. And they can't see where you're trying to go. So it's about believing in yourself and working hard, because it's not going to be easy. Number one, it's not going to be easy. Anyone that's been successful at anything, I don't care what it is, it's really, really hard. And you have to, first of all, commit and be relentless about it. Yeah.
No matter the head start, even if you have a head start, it's still work.
It's still hard.
Yeah. True. So along your journey of getting to this point, just, thinking about the times when it was a little hard for people to receive your vision and what you're trying to do.
Yes.
What are some stories that come to mind?
Okay. I was admitted to study law, actually.
What?
Yes, South Africa, Wits University. And my dad was like, "What are you doing?" My friends were like, "What are you doing? Go study law. You be a lawyer. You make a lot of money." I don't want to argue for the rest of my life. First of all, I ain't got that kind of patience. Do I look like I have a lot of calories to burn? No. So
I think I would have made a great lawyer.
yeah, you would have.
Yeah, I can argue forever.
So that's part of part of the challenges I had. And also at the time when I was in Botswana, there was not too many options career-wise that you could actually see, right? That you could actually make a living. So that's why pushed hard to come to the States to at least pursue an education. So I got online, found a school, applied for a scholarship. All those opportunities are there, but I had to go out and get it. Even before I landed at Drake University, I already had an internship drawing cartoons for the newspaper.
Wow.
So I reached out and I saw the news. They had a school newspaper, and I saw that they didn't have a cartoon section. So I proposed it to the editor, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we don't have anyone doing it. You can come in and do it."
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, so I did that. Even before I landed, I had a job. It's crazy.
Well done. Well done.
But I'll tell you the one that really discouraged me. There was this guy who was really, really good that I looked up to that was in the States. And he told me, "Don't do art. It's depressing. You're not going to make it, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, what? Good thing I didn't listen to him. Yeah. So that's part of the challenges that you're gonna meet people in the field, outside of the field, that'll tell you you're not going to make it.
So that's interesting, because that is someone kind of advising you not to pursue something.
Yes.
Well, knowing what you know now and your journey getting here, what would you say to a younger version of yourself, or advice to a young person today with similar ambitions?
Cat Williams said it best. It's esteem of yourself. If you don't have the self-confidence, no one can have it for you. But the way to get confidence is by putting the time in, working on your craft, getting better, becoming better than anyone else. Because the moment you're not working at it, someone's out there working at it to beat you.
This is true.
And you better be so focused on what you actually want to do and have a long-term vision of where you actually want to go. You may not end up exactly where you want to go, but somewhere along the way, when you put out good energy, it'll come back. I would have been lying to you if I told you 20 years ago, I want to have a shoe company. But I knew I wanted to do art.
Right.
It just led me here.
Okay. So that is, you went with a path.
Yes.
Where it took you. Not bad advice coming from Cat Williams with that weird hair.
I tried it this morning, but it didn't quite work out.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So, Cat, I'm going to need to holler at you so you can help me out.
Yeah. It looks like it takes him a lot of work to get there, but
Yeah, I don't think I have that patience. I'm 3 minutes max on my hair. In fact, this is a lot of work right now that I have to actually do this.
So, out of all the artistic things you could do, you've chosen to express, at least at this point of time, in shoes.
I know. Do you remember I've always loved shoes, though?
You did. You were a bit of a sneaker lover.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember my dad once bought me these Nike Flightpo sites for $150.
Flightpo who?
Yes. I'll put it on the screen. If you're a sneakerhead, you know it.
Okay.
And he said, "I don't wear shoes that cost $150.
Wait, he bought them for you?
He bought
and then
them
he went and complained?
in the States, and he complained.
Yeah.
You remember
I know.
when you used to draw your feet on a piece of paper?
Yeah.
To come and you took it to Foot Locker?
Yeah. So my dad used to trace our feet and then use that when he was buying shoes for us overseas. Yes, it did the job.
It did.
It did the job.
Because they fit. Yeah. So yes, I've always been into sneakers. But the reason why I really got into this was around 2017, I started customizing shoes. And I would paint different designs for people, and I posted it online, and I've been posting my art for a long time. But at that time that was the first time that a lot of people actually reacted to it and started requesting for one.
Okay.
Because most people want art, but art is a luxury.
Yeah.
Most people cannot afford art.
This is true.
Especially, if you're doing large scale pieces and they're really detailed. And especially an original piece, but more people are willing to get something that they can wear and walk around that's unique to them. Yeah. So I opened up an Etsy store, started getting orders, but I realized one thing: people started ordering the same type of designs, but not only that. I asked myself, if I'm to buy a shoe like this, where would I get it? Yeah. The answer was nowhere. So I decided to create that somewhere. But the other key part about this is I've been in the entertainment industry for about 10 years. As you stated, worked with Eddie Kenzo, Freeman, a lot of African musicians. Yeah. And I noticed that when it comes to fashion is a big part of entertainment and culture.
100%.
Yes. Yeah. Up from the feet up, there's a lot of fashion that's African inspired. But footwear is a big vacuum. I couldn't think of one brand, African brand, that is really out there. Yeah. Now, there's more now that I know of, like Batu from South Africa, Kitu Kali from Kenya. They're starting to come up now. Yeah. But that was a big opportunity to create something, and not only just create it, but actually use music and have the theme for the shoe brand to be about music, and create original music that's inspired by what I'm actually talking about: African culture, right? African dance. I mean, African dance is Afrobeats is massive.
Yeah, now. African dance. Thinking about shoes and footwork.
Yes.
Kind of makes sense.
Yes.
Kind of makes sense.
So we're onto something.
Yeah. Fantastic. So we kind of have a few pairs. 5 of us.
Yes.
And maybe if you start from that side.
Yes.
These are the Ziggies.
Zigs. That's Zigs. Zigs is the silhouette that's designed for the bold and colorful and against the grain. Hence the sharp edges, right? When they tell you to zig, what do?
You zag.
You zag. Right? And I'm that kind of person. So if that's your personality, right, this shoe is for you. Yeah. So this silhouette is designed in a way that is flexible. Yeah. So over time, I'll be dropping more colorways. That's why you can see there's this one. Yep. And there's the white version.
On the other side.
So this is just the beginning.
Just the beginning.
There's more colorways dropping, so stay tuned.
I mean, I can think of a few people who would like these colorways.
Oh, yeah? Like who?
I can think of people from a country where they like to call themselves the Black Stars.
Ooh, wee, okay.
I can think of people from the Horn of Africa.
Okay.
So in terms of like national colors, you can definitely see Ghana, Ethiopia represented, and actually quite a few places around the world.
Yes. In fact, on Facebook, that's where my biggest following is, Ethiopia. Yeah. So I need to take a plane full of Tombos to Ethiopia.
Absolutely. Yeah. Do you know what I'd love to see? What? You know that traditional dance? The amazing stuff they do with the
shoulders? Yeah, I've seen it on...
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's so dope. Right? Like that. Exactly. Yes. Doing that in those shoes. Okay. And in those amazing outfits they wear.
I need to get to work. I'm not working hard enough.
Okay, cool.
I need to work on that.
If you need to audition.
Yes. No, seriously, you're not playing. Like, if this is what you do, if you dance, if you draw, if you are a sneaker designer, if you have ideas and you're creative, hey, we're looking for people like that.
Yeah, so you want to collaborate with more
Absolutely.
people.
collaboration is a fabric of Tombo. Nothing is built by one man.
Yeah. So early on, I said discover of artists. This is the side of him that's coming out. In the middle, we have something interesting. So so you've kind of alluded to how you've got the music connection to your shoes. That is something that is unique. I don't think we see that kind of I guess holistic artistic side coming out of a particular brand. So music is there. I kind of get the sense of this storytelling as well.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about this pair.
Okay, this pair is called Weekend Waka.
Weekend Waka.
Weekend Waka. When it's the weekend, what do you feel like? What's that feeling when the weekend is there?
Freedom.
Yes, you feel good about yourself. So this is the shoe you want to wear when you want to get that weekend feeling. So when I wear this on Monday, I feel like it's Friday too.
Okay.
Yes, it's with Weekend Walker, it's the weekend every day.
It's a weekend every day.
Yeah. Some people wait for Friday. You rock this, Monday it's on and popping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the art on it, actually.
Okay. So the art on it is about a young girl who wants to become a professional dancer against her parents' wishes. They wanted to be a doctor. They wanted to be
a lawyer.
That's a lawyer. That's a common
what
theme.
Are they? Doctor, lawyer, teacher. It's all the respectable careers.
You want to dance?
Yeah.
No,
I wanted to be I wanted to be a doctor at first, and then later on I realized I wanted to do something different. Yeah, I didn't get buy-in.
You didn't? You should have talked to. I could have gotten you.
Didn't get buy-in.
Yes.
Anyway.
So so she's the dancer, and her parents don't want her to do that. But over time, through the trials and tribulations and the back and forth, every family goes through this. So it's really a story about family.
Yeah.
And working together. They end up joining her and forming a dance group. So mom, daughter, and dad are part of a dance group. Yeah. So this scene is the first one.
Yes.
As on their quest to go dance and entertain millions.
Yeah.
And we got the music to go with it. Weekend Waka done by Ino Baroni from Ghana. Young D has produced a lot of hits from Nigeria. Yeah. And Tribe Mark, who's a rapper from he's based in New Jersey. So it was a collaboration of the three of them. So that was the first song I actually dropped. And it's on all platforms. Weekend Waka.
Okay. Yes. Make sure you check it out.
Yes, we're going to leave the link at the bottom too.
Tell us about the music that I guess accompanies the other pairs.
Okay. So for this one now, I have a song called No Laces because the shoes got no laces.
They don't have laces.
And, in life, sometimes when you're tied down by negativity, get rid of it. Nothing's tying me down. No Laces by Vision Alexander. Who's from Jamaica and produced by Sean Alaric, who's a Grammy nominated producer. So these are big hitters.
So you're playing with the big dogs.
Oh man, Tombo's not a joke.
You're in the gym with the big boys.
Oh man, yeah. Next thing, Goya Meno, I'm coming for you.
Right.
We want to bamba.
Yeah, people should look up what that actually means.
Yes, I know.
It's quite
like
funny.
People like me. I just figured. Don't we all do that? We just sing. We don't even know what people say.
Okay, the song is catchy.
It is catchy.
It is catchy.
Hey, Weekend Waka is catchy.
Weekend Waka
No Laces is catchy. Ban Piende is catchy.
Okay, tell us about that one.
Ban Piende is by Makadem. He's from Kenya. Anyatiti artist. That's like a traditional Luo instrument.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. Like it just sounds so amazing.
It's kind of like a banjo or something.
And I wanted to work with him because that kind of music, not too many brands are going to want to work with someone that makes that kind of music.
Right.
That's traditional. Fine, the new hip and trendy music is good. I like it too. But I always want to go back to the roots.
Go back to your
That's
roots.
why even when you take a look at the artwork on here, it's back to your roots. Like a lot of us from Kenya. Yeah. We all came from somebody that had a hut. Okay. Yes. So yeah, all the G-Wagons and all that's nice, but we all know where you came from.
Do you know what? Huts are really great.
Yes.
I did a little research around huts. They're really good for climate control, cleaning. They're good for the environment. They don't cause a lot of destruction. Yeah. And you use your natural kind of like things around you to build one. It's kind of cool.
Yes. You walk into it and it's really cool and that heats up.
They were always cool, right? They always felt good inside.
They would actually work in Texas, especially with this heat. We could build some huts around here. Okay. Maybe my Tombo store will be a hut. Actually, that would be a good idea. How could you incorporate that? Oh, maybe the boxes. Because you have really colorful boxes. I really like the boxes. Something I've mentioned before is fine, the zigs are great, but here I just kind of feel inspired, like I want to actually
color in the black and white.
Somebody has said
That's
that
just
to me. Somebody has said that.
That's me think like that would be a fun challenge.
Okay, and the design will actually, you know what? I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna put that challenge online.
Yeah.
So all you artists, get ready. We're gonna give away. She's gonna decide what to give away, like her life savings or something. The idea of that box was to have the outside in sketch, and then when you open the box, then you see the shoe in full color. So it's the experience of
nice
drawing.
That would be such a cool unboxing experience.
So everyone who unboxes this, that's what they experience.
I love that.
So get you one in real life too.
100%, and color it in. Let us see what
I am going to do that.
Was it Color Your Tombo Challenge?
Yes, Color Your Tombo Challenge. Yes.
Color Your Tombo Challenge. Got it.
Yes.
Nice.
I've been looking for a social media campaign.
Oh, there we go.
Creativity works in mysterious ways.
Oh, that's really cool. I love the incorporating the stories, the music into the shoes. It feels like a whole experience, not just something you put on and you're kind of done. It's part of like your day's uniform. It feels like it has a lot of meaning. Could you tell us about the designs themselves of the shoes? What can we expect in the future?
Okay. So I will be doing more colorways, right? Obviously with the silhouettes once that's done. Now with this silhouette, what I actually want to do is collaborate with more artists from different parts of Africa and the world to create their version of this story.
Right.
Because a lot of people that I've collaborated with so far, this is their story. So like the musicians, they tell that story through music. Now when I get more artists, I can tell that story through that art. Yeah. So it's limitless.
It's limitless.
Limitless. Just think, I mean, how many examples of artwork can I get on there? It's just going to be a ton. So that's another idea that I have on how to scale this and incorporate more people and find ways of just growing the brand.
Yeah.
The story is the same. A lot of people can tell it. Give them an opportunity to tell it.
Yeah, I love that. Discoverer of artists.
Yes. I'm working on some high tops because I've been getting a lot of requests for high tops.
Yes, I love high tops.
And for kids.
Think about these as little baby Tombo shoes.
Oh, man.
I think you'd be onto a winner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Baby shoes.
Baby shoes.
Nah. That's going to have its own song, too. I'm going to have to talk to Coco Melon to make me a song for that one. Is it Coco Melon? That's one of the... Yeah, I guess they don't play that in the UK.
Way too old. I'm so
That's
sorry.
in the US. Coco Melon is like, Coco Melon, I'm coming for you.
Love it.
All the kids know.
Okay, wait, hold on. You just mentioned that you'd like people to, you'd like to work with other people.
Yes.
We definitely should ask our listeners and friends to get in touch whenever they have something in mind. See an awesome artist out there, just send you something on socials or...
Oh, yes. Actually, now, there are some artists I've already started collaborating with.
Yeah.
When I'm creating content for social media, they create the characters in their style. And
that's cool.
Yes, I've been sharing that. And then all the other people that I've collaborated with, like dancers, musicians, I have the artists actually draw them in their style. Yeah. So I've already started that. Yeah. But now the next step is to actually put it on the shoes.
Who are some of your dream collaborators?
Let me tell you, I like to discover.
Yeah.
I tend not to look at somebody that's already made it.
Who's already made it.
I like to look at who's not getting the attention. That's where I find gems. All the music I've created, everything so far has been gems. Yeah. That's where I tend to look. If you've made it, you don't need my help.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You're like lifting people up. Yeah. In a world that very easily puts people down. And speaking of which, what have been some of the hard parts? What are the challenges that you've been facing?
Well, first of all, getting somebody to make it is really, 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 really hard. Yeah. Because footwear is the barrier of entry so high. Yeah. For somebody to commit to actually making it for you, that's really... I went through about 20 factories to get this done. Wow. Yes. And some took... And it's funny, because I was learning it. Yeah. So with some, I didn't actually send the original design. I sent them something different to see if they'll actually deliver. And some took my designs and just poof, disappeared. I never got them. They sent me the pictures of the shoe. I never got it. Some don't want to work with you because you're a startup. Some don't want to, some are not transparent when it's time to sign a contract. Some just stop communicating. Some send you a sample that's not like the first two. Each sample, because when you're working through the designs, right, you're going to go through samples. Sample 3 doesn't look like sample 2 and like sample 1. So if you can't get 3 shoes right, what about 1,000?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's challenging.
Yeah.
And then the other challenging part is actually getting more people to collaborate with you. Because when you're starting out, you don't have that trust yet, right? It takes, how long it takes some of these other big brands to get to where they are?
Right.
50 years.
Yeah, you have to take a lot of time, money, skill, experience to build that credibility.
Exactly. So right now I'm selling a dream, right? Some people buy into it, and that's who I've worked with, and I couldn't be any happier for how far we've gotten to in less than a year.
Yeah. It's been less than a year?
Yes, out publicly, but the behind the scenes started in 2017.
So quite a few years now.
Oh yeah, it's no joke. When I started out, I would see that, it takes 16 months from sketch to completion.
Right.
I'm like, man, I could draw a shoe in 2 weeks. Yeah.
You learned the hard way.
Yeah. Humbled me. They like, sit down, boy.
Yeah.
And I sat down in my place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of sit down, boy, I can think of someone who has told you to do that before.
Who's that?
Your papa.
Oh, he did.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. Yeah. Tell me about, I guess, how family has played a role in this.
Okay. Family has played a huge role. Obviously, my dad and my mom are my biggest inspirations. Right? You've always said, you asked me earlier about inspirations. How far my dad made it from where he came from, right?
Yeah.
From the village to a successful doctor.
Yeah.
My mom is a teacher. The jump that they made.
Yeah.
I always think I could never make that jump, that big enough, because my dad was one of the top 50 or 100, if I'm wrong, but he was one of the smartest people in the country.
Oh, and I didn't know that.
Yes, and because at that time, that's how they got scholarships to go study abroad.
Right.
So he went to study abroad, came back, and put us in a good place to where we had an education. Until it was time for me to not become a lawyer. He put us in a good place. He supported me. Obviously, he tried to get me to do something else until when he came here and then saw my artwork hanging everywhere. It's like, wow, you're actually not good. Yeah, because he sucked. He couldn't draw. So I don't know.
An interesting thing is our parents have no artistic inclinations.
Never
whatsoever.
came from them. Nah. But all of us did.
Yeah.
Me, my second brother, you, and my youngest one, all artistic.
Yeah.
Right? So one of us was going to make it somehow, whether they liked it or not. Okay?
So something interesting, growing up is we watched you draw. It kind of felt like we had permission to do something that a lot of people are not doing.
Yes.
Actually, growing up, I didn't know a lot of girls who drew. It was actually only later in life when I was like, oh, wait, everybody can kind of do artistic stuff. We all had our own themes and ideas and styles and whatnot. But, we kind of stayed true to that. But you to a great extent, never steered away from that passion.
Nah, it was...
Yeah.
No, there was no denying me.
Yeah.
That's really it. I met a guy in Houston about 18, 20 years later. I couldn't remember him, but he saw me and he remembered me. I guess he remembered my features.
Oh.
He said, are you the guy who used to scrape your desk? All the wood off your desk and then draw on it? I'm like, yeah, Edem? I'm like, yeah. I don't remember the guy.
So he remembered your vandalism.
He remembered, yes. He remembered my vandalism, but and all my
if
teachers.
You're gonna be a vandal.
Yeah,
it needs to be
creative.
memorable.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It sounds to me though.
Drawing my teachers.
What?
Drawing cartoons of my. Yes, I used to draw cartoons of my teachers.
You're very good at cartooning people.
Yeah, and I did this one caricature. It was one of my teachers, and it was. not very nice of me. But one of our teachers took it and took it up to the staff room and put it up. So
wow.
when the rest of the teachers came, they burst out laughing.
Exactly who it was.
And when she came to class, she said, Adam, grab your desk.
She knew it was you.
Yeah, get out.
Okay, I know there's a lot more of these stories.
Yes.
Tell us.
Oh, my God. She told me, get out. So I went outside, and I was sitting outside with my desk, like in the sun, listening to class as it's going on. And then our headmistress came outside, and Mapule, she was, Mapule didn't play. She was the type when she whipped you, she'd jump up in the air. You know what I mean?
Oh, my gosh.
So,
she was great,
so I could see her walking towards me, just slowly. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. I'm dead.
You're in trouble. How are you going to explain this?
And she gets to me, she's like, my son, what are you doing outside? I said, I got kicked out. Why? Because I drew that picture. And she said, you're the one who did that? That's the first time I saw her laugh.
She's a very stern lady.
So yeah,
she did not take any crap.
She said, "Oh, you'll be all right, man."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
"Oh."
Here was my heart rate.
You know what? Shout out to her.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my favorite teachers.
Yes. She was
amazing woman.
Yeah, she was. I was scared that day, but.
You kind of seeing the
my
impact,
humor saved me.
Right? Right. That's a great way to wiggle out. Your humor saved you a lot.
Oh, yes, it did.
When this guy's in trouble, he turns to jokes. That's how he knows he's going to charm his way out of trouble.
Hey, I got to find a way. Where there's a joke, there's a way.
Where there's a joke, there's a way.
Yes, yes.
Any other stories to tell us?
With the
Keep
arts,
them PC, please.
With the arts, of course, yeah. Oh, sometimes I used to use it as my weapon.
Oh?
Yes. If you tease me, I'll draw you.
Ooh.
Yeah. I used to do that. Okay. So, like, whenever, when you're growing up, you tease each other. You're like, oh, I'll draw you. They're like, okay, no. Because I would draw you and put it up high during break time. So when all the kids come, they see it and laugh at you. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know. It's a unique way of.
I mean, if you're arty-farty and you're being bullied in school,
draw them.
That's an option.
Yeah, draw them. They'll shut the hell up.
Just be able to defend yourself after school. Don't take my advice. Okay, you sound like you relate a lot to the characters in your story.
Yes. Yeah, it's I think it's also a way because when you look at, especially right when I specifically speak about dance, and I work in the industry, I know a lot of them don't get paid what they're worth. I know that for sure. So I'm like an advocate for them as well. So whenever I work with them, with dancers, I'm always trying to collaborate and treat them fairly as much as I can. So because when you get in this space, you start seeing how the game works.
Right.
So if it's rigged, what role can you play to help balance it out? So that's the role that I play too. And the game sometimes can be unfair, right, towards creatives, especially creatives, because we're so passionate about what we do. We never really learn how to handle the monetary side of it. So it's important to build a brand and an environment to where you don't need to worry about that when you come work with Tombo. I'll treat you fairly.
Oh, that's great. He'll treat you fairly.
Yeah, you got to treat me fairly too, because my expectations are going to be here. And if I can't do it, I'll just say I can't do it.
100%. Yeah, so having some integrity. We hear stories about artists not getting paid all the time.
Yes, all the time.
Especially African ones.
Yes, all the time.
Which is a shame. It's hard enough.
Right?
It's hard enough as it is. And we also have things in our culture, I suppose, or maybe they're stereotypes, but, conversations around crab in a barrel mentalities and stuff like that. I guess for you personally, what have you had to work on to get to yourself to this place?
Personally, really patience.
Patience.
Yes, patience. That I've had to learn how to be really, really, really patient. And be patient, but be in a rush. It's a very weird game. You have to
two different mentalities.
It's a very weird game. You know how to play, because especially in today's world. Okay, with social media and you being able to reach your consumer direct, you can get to them quickly. But you can't be in a rush. You can't be, I need the return tomorrow, because it's not going to happen overnight.
Right.
But you need to figure out how to get there as quick as you can.
Right.
Yes. So to me, it's been learning that too. And of course, there's going to be naysayers. And there's a reason my, this side is hollow and that side is hollow. So if you're negative, it goes right here. And it's out. Quick! Sometimes I even blow so it can go the other way quicker. Because I ain't got time for that. Because if you're not feeling it, it's not for you. And I don't take that personal. Because some people say, oh, yeah, that's cool.
That's healthy.
It's not. I've actually learned that when somebody's not feeling what you're doing, it's even better. Because now, guess what? Now I don't have to waste my time trying to sell you something that's not for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's
100%.
something for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I say something a little shady?
Absolutely.
If you don't think these shoes are for you, you don't have style.
Oh, hell.
You don't have taste.
You don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, please. Yeah, move on. So callous. Is callous even the right word? What's callous?
Callous?
I don't even know how to spell it. I've seen it somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I just used it.
Cool. Big words.
Felt like a lawyer.
Felt like a That's hilarious. I'm gonna ask you a controversial question.
Absolutely.
Are you ready?
Oh yeah, always.
I'm gonna ask you to pick between your 3 children. Which one's your favorite?
Pick between my what?
Your 3 shoes.
Whoo! Damn,
Told
that's
you.
tough.
It's not an easy one.
Man,
So your babies.
I love all my kids.
Equally. No favorites.
Damn. I'm gonna have to go with Weekend Waka.
Wow.
Yes.
You actually picked one.
Yes. I have to go with Weekend Waka.
Tell me why.
Because Weekend Waka is the foundation of everything.
Yeah.
The story behind it
Yeah.
is the foundation of everything else that comes after. Yeah. And Iffy is Big A's wife, who came up with the word Weekend Waka. I mean, not came up with. She always says, Weekend Waka, Weekend Waka. And whenever she's out with her husband, she'll be posting, Weekend Waka with the Bobo, Weekend Waka with the Bobo. So, we always talk a Weekend Waka. And I told her, one day I'm going to make a shoe called Weekend Waka. And she's like, okay, damn, you're so crazy. Here we are. And then one day when I showed her, oh my gosh, you did it. I said, yeah, Weekend Waka.
Oh, that is adorable.
Yeah. So she, I give credit to her for introducing that word to me, Weekend Waka. Yeah. Hence the music, hence the feeling, hence being the best baby.
Okay, that's the best. Your favorite baby.
That was tough, but yeah.
Ziggs, you're still beautiful to me.
Oh, Ziggs is a beauty.
Still beautiful to me.
You're still beautiful.
Yeah, and you'll have more children.
Many more.
What's behind the name Tombo?
Tombo was a nickname I actually got playing basketball. Yeah. And one time I was playing basketball, and we put our names down when we're playing, right? So that the arguments don't start about who's playing next. So one day I put Edem, and an argument broke out, and I went, and they were like, so who's Edem? Who's Edem? I said, that's me. Yeah, man, you named Tombo.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and they scratched that off and they put Tombo.
And you've been Tombo since?
And I was trying to come up with a name, and my guy was like, why don't you just call it Tombo? You guys always calling you Tombo. I said, you know what? It does have a nice ring to it. Yeah. And it's something that they saw that's me. It's personal. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll call it Tombo. And it has a nice ring to it too.
Yep. Hashtag Tombo.
Hashtag Tombo. Yep. And if you want to make it personal, hashtag My Tombos.
My Tombos. I do like that personalization aspect of it.
Yes.
That's intentional, isn't it?
Exactly. My Tombos. That's why the tagline is look like you.
Look like you. I really love that.
The tagline is about, because how many people can look like you?
Absolutely nobody. I'm special.
Just one.
I'm
so
unique.
You're special. So you got a special shoe, and it's a special one for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look like you, because you can look like nothing else. Yeah. Anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if you embrace it, you rock Tombos, trust me.
Embracing yourself. It's a great message.
That's it.
Isn't this guy inspiring or what?
A little bit.
Yeah. From time to time, here and there.
Once a year, you get a good idea out of me. And then it's a wrap. Now it's 2023.
Yeah. Speaking of which, what's next?
Oh, I'm dropping some new colorways this year,
Uh-huh.
and I know the world is not ready.
They're not ready?
Nah.
They're not ready?
Nah. Now, the one for 20, I have some ideas for 2024.
Uh-huh.
The whole solar system is not ready.
The whole solar system.
Yeah, oh my God.
Do you see how big it was, those pictures that came from NASA last week?
I heard about them. I haven't seen them.
The universe is big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Universe, not ready.
They're not ready.
Yeah, no. Like that one, I can confidently say right here.
Yeah.
Not ready. It's going to be something that no one has ever seen before.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah,
I am looking forward to all these new colorways.
Mm-hmm.
And match my outfits.
Yes. Keeping it simple.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I really want to keep the silhouette simple but flexible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and I know that once over time, this is going to attract more creatives that will add their spin to it. It's already happened. Some people who shoe designers have reached out and wanted to, create different things. But I'm on the path. So we're on the way there.
100%.
The train is moving in the right direction.
Yep.
Choo choo.
We better put in some effects there.
Isn't that what YouTubers do? They put like little sound effects and all that.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah.
Could not have that.
Yeah.
So I guess we have more colorways to look forward to. New designs,
more music. Absolutely more music.
Stories.
Yes.
We're gonna follow your character's journey. What are their
around
names,
the world.
by the way?
Awar is the girl.
Okay.
Yeah, that's from Banpiende.
Yeah.
Awar. That's a Lua name.
Yeah.
Dad and mom don't have a name yet. I have an idea, but I haven't settled on it yet.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna name it around somebody I know.
Yeah.
Those are normally the best because you can actually the dad, there's a character I know.
Yes.
That when this is in animated form one day, which it will be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a full-length feature animation. I already know his character.
Okay.
And I for sure know the girl's character.
Okay.
She's sitting right next to me. Mom, the caretaker, nurturer. That's easy. I just take my mom and just place her in that. Or anyone's mom that's a caretaker like that.
She can cook.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, and that's why you even look at there's something in animation called shape language. I'm in professor mode right now.
Okay, professor.
If you look at how they're designed, daughter is tall, lanky, orange hair. She's a fiery character, right?
Right.
She got the purple top.
Yeah.
Right? Purple, that's like, it's a very different color.
Yeah.
Right? Mom's got the blue top, yellow dress. She's warm. She's got soft, round features. Dad, sturdy guy. Built, right? That's why even when he's dancing, it looks like you want to fight.
Right.
He got the sharp edges. Don't mess with me, right?
I see it.
So I put some thought into how the characters are actually designed,
Right.
and even you look at his outfit. It's black and white. So he's a very black and white guy. It's do this, don't do it. The unifying thing is the colors on all their
on the chest.
On the chest.
Yeah.
So his is more square because it is to match his personality.
Yeah.
Daughter is more edgy. It's got the sharp edges.
Yeah.
And the mom is more round. She's a soft one that brings them all together.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's some details.
You thought about this. This is not some jokes.
No, I did a lot of homework. Yeah, because when you want to take it to the next level and say I want to make an animation.
Yeah.
Have you thought about your characters, right? And not only just thinking about them, how they look. Does it represent what they actually are? Does it fit them, right? When you look at some of these characters over years we've seen, a lot of thought goes into it.
This is true.
If you saw what the sketches looked like when I first started, good Lord. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was on the right track.
Yeah. It took you 5 years to get here.
Yeah.
So I imagine there was a lot of iterations along the way, and that's where you're flexing your patience muscle as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Lots of growing you've done.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of you.
Of course. Thank you so much.
You've done amazing.
Oh, man. You already know. It's a Jimbo thing. That's why you call it Jimbolism.
Jimbolism.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, where can people find you?
Okay, you can find me on Instagram at My Tombos, Facebook, My Tombos, Twitter, My Tombos, Pinterest, My Tombos, TikTok, My Tombos. I'm everywhere.
Cool. My Tombo's MYTOMBOS.
And that's the website as well.
Those of you can spell.
And then my music, you can find it on all streaming platforms.
Yeah.
Just search for Tombo. Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Boomplay, whatever you use, it's on there.
And all kinds of genres as well. That's what I've heard.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
You've heard right. We've done Afro beats. We've done the Nyatiti style. We've done Amapiano. We just dropped. That song is hotter than Texas right now. I have Kuduro coming up next.
Oh, wow.
That's from Angola. Yep.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. You go get your feet work.
Yeah.
And then I'm also going to be working with some musicians from Tanzania. I have some people from Dallas I want to work with too, because Dallas is my home right now. So I'm going to collaborate with a whole bunch of people.
This is exciting stuff.
Yeah. So not only are the characters going global, the music is going global. Tombo's going global.
Oh, cool. And then I look forward to this feature Pixar competitor.
Oh, yeah.
Animated film.
Yes.
With a story.
Yes. Oh, the story's there.
Yeah.
Now just execution.
Okay. You're going to have a comic book too?
You
a novel?
Yes. I've gotten that.
Live action film?
Yeah. Yes.
Broadway or West End?
Yes.
Nice.
Yep.
The whole shebang.
Plays. Yeah. I really want to see this in a play one day.
Wow.
Yes.
Do you know what? I can see it.
You could see it in the play?
I can see it.
Yeah. So
Makes sense.
You're a visionary, so you can see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got vision.
It's the glasses.
I've got really cool glasses, if I may say so myself.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else you want to share with the world?
No, I think we've, shared. I've shared a lot, but my main reason of wanting to actually do this today was actually sit down and tell the entire story, because I haven't really done that. I've told it in bits and pieces, but I wanted to take this opportunity to actually start from the beginning. Yeah. Started with a bus, ended up with a shoe.
Tony's bus. And now Tombo shoes.
I know. And my guy who actually gave me that nickname,
I'm
going to have to give him a pair.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, hey, you remember the nickname you gave me?
Oh,
I made a shoe out of it. So when I told him,
amazing.
he was like, what?
Oh my gosh, imagine someone telling you that one day.
Yeah. So, man, my man Tombo made a shoe.
Yeah. What do you want to achieve? What is like the end game here?
The end game is to build a brand that can outlive me, right? When you look at, for example, when you look at Disney, Walt Disney started something, and other people are continuing it. Yeah. So I want to build a brand that other creatives can continue. Yeah. Telling stories using music, because I love music. Since I've always loved music, I play, 8 hours of music a day. Yes. Like I'm always just listening and discovering talent. Yeah. And that's what I want to start. Yeah. I want to build a creative company that people just, when they think of, music and creativity, Tombo.
Music and creativity, Tombo.
Yep.
That's the legacy you're looking forward to building.
Especially on footwear.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you've been going for a couple of years, and there's a lot more happening in the future. Yes. What keeps you going?
Okay. There's this concept I live by, right? Where are the best ideas? It's a question.
In my brain.
In the graveyard.
Oh, no.
Why?
Because people take them to the grave. I'm
not taking mine with me. And I want to encourage all the people I work with and who listen, don't take it with you.
He's dragging me right now.
They're in a graveyard because you're too scared to try.
I feel dragged.
Right? And then what's the other thing? Time is short.
Yeah.
It's flying by.
Yeah.
So that keeps me going.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Equally dragged and inspired.
Yes. It's a skill.
What am I gonna do now?
Yeah, right?
Oh, do you know what we could do?
What's that?
We could collaborate.
Okay.
We could do some heels.
Hey,
I have like 200 pairs of heels.
Yes. You're about to throw them all away and have one.
One pair to rule
I
them all.
need to do heels. I'm just Not good at drawing heels.
Just something I love about Tombos, though.
What?
Sizing.
Sizing?
You have all sizes.
Oh, yes.
Which is really great.
When I was telling the manufacturer, can you make me a size 14? It's like, nobody wears a size 14. I do. Yeah.
Yep. 100%. People from the smaller side of the scale to the big side of the scale, you could definitely find your size.
Yes.
Yeah.
From 6 to 14.
I will tell you, for me, the shoes give me a sense of belonging.
Okay.
I mean, maybe it's on the nose in terms of the flags and whatnot in the story. But I like that about them.
Yes.
There's something grounded about them.
Yes.
And they're really great travel shoes.
Are they?
Yeah. When I fly, that's what I wear. And you know how in the plane people take off their shoes?
Yeah.
You don't want to do that with Tombos. You can keep them on. They're so comfortable. No, they really are. Which is a really great feature. Yeah. I guess in the next 3 or 4 years, where do you see Tombos?
Oh, in stores.
In stores?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind.
No doubt.
I'm speaking it into existence. I cannot wait for the Tombo store.
Yeah.
That's going to be the best
store ever.
All over the
world.
Oh, my gosh.
I'd love to see
when you walk in,
Korea or something.
You were like, wow.
Yeah.
It's going to be art. Going to be music.
Yeah.
Going to be shoes.
A whole experience.
It's an experience. It's not just shoes.
Top to bottom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have some ideas in my head. Yeah. I just
because he's not taking them to the grave.
I know. I'm leaving it all here. I'm leaving it all here with you.
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm having some ideas. I feel inspired. So
yeah.
You never know. You never know what Tony in the bus.
Tony was going to lead to.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
No idea. What are some of your inspirations?
My inspiration comes from just everything around me. Yeah. I've come to listen to the world. When the world is talking to you, listen.
Just listen.
You just never know where it's going to come from. Listen and respond to the right energy, and it all comes back.
Yeah.
And you have no control over what's going to happen after. All you can do is work as hard as you can to make it, to do the right thing. But everything else just happens. So just let it happen.
Yeah. Okay. You've told us a little bit about some people who have, I guess, been along with you on the journey.
Yes.
Who are some people you want to mention that have helped you along the way?
Okay. I'll speak about Rabaki. That's one of my close friends. He's my number one critique. So he always looks at everything that I do from like he's always trying to look at it like he doesn't know the brand.
Right.
He's very good at that.
Yeah.
He's very good at arguing. This is a trick he's taught me. Argue for and against. Yeah. Whatever idea you have, argue for and against. If you have a good idea, argue against it.
Right.
It's a very weird thing to do.
Yeah.
Mente is a real good friend of mine too. He does a lot of the video production.
Yeah.
Obviously, I have to give a shout out to my brother, Duncan.
Yeah.
He's the one who helps build the website. So all the Tombos that are selling, if you're having trouble on the website, blame him, not me.
It's brotherly love right there.
Yeah. My beautiful wife and Rock Kim.
Oh.
She's been with me throughout this whole journey.
Yeah.
And she is the total opposite of me.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm creative, zero creative. So whenever I'm presenting to her, it's a challenge.
Yeah.
And if I can win that war, then I have a good idea.
You've done a good job.
Yeah. The rest of my family, my mentor, John Olajide, he really advises me about how to build and grow the brand because I've seen him build and grow Access to where it is today.
Yeah.
In November, I'll have been at Access for 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And one of the things that, made me buy into it, want to work with him was when he first met me, his first question to me is like, what's your passion?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an easy one for me. It's art. He's like, that's what I want you to do at my company.
Wow.
What? I'm in.
That is amazing. Yeah.
And there's a lot more people, but, we don't have all day, but I'll kind of stick with those.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us today.
Absolutely. And everyone, and Ify, of course, Weekend Waka.
Yes.
You see, inspiration just comes from...
Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Vision Alexander, he's the one who came up with the no laces name, right?
Right.
I thought about that. I just told him about the idea.
Yeah.
But he came up with the name.
I love that.
So it just, people come up with stuff. And I'm like, yes, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
So I love that. You're giving them that freedom.
Yes.
And then they are coming up with something that fits really well with what you're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It just flows.
It just flows.
Just flows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So this was fun.
This was fun.
I need to do more of this.
Yeah, it was a little different.
Is it?
You're not usually the person on the other side.
Yes, it's so.
Yeah.
I'm always behind the scenes too.
Yeah.
I'm a behind the scenes guy, so
Yeah.
I love being behind the scenes, you know. So I get to do the magic. You know,
Yeah.
this one I'm telling the magic behind everything, so it's kind of different.
I'm glad he combed his hair.
Oh yes, I sure did. Not quite Cat Williams, but
No, you didn't quite execute the Cat Williams hair, but maybe
working
next
on it.
time.
Yeah.
Maybe next time. Oh, awesome.
Okay.
This has been fun. I've
This has been
enjoyed
fun.
it because, well, I don't really get to grill you or anything like that. I was nice. I think I was nice.
Okay, this was fun. We
Was
should
I
definitely
nice?
do this again. You were very cordial.
I was cordial.
Yeah.
I'm usually very badly behaved.
Nah, if there was anyone that was to do this, it was gonna be you. That's why.
Aww.
That's what we're talking about. Brotherly love. Peace out, y'all. Hope you enjoyed this. So let us know what you want to see and hear in the comments below. That's what YouTubers do.
Yes, and reach out for collaboration.
Yes.
And opportunities.
Absolutely.
And ideas. And make sure you color your Tombo boxes.
Yes, we have to do that challenge.
I'd love to see that.
Got to get that challenge going. All right. I'm going to execute.
Okay, cool.
All right. It's a wrap.